You are here because the outside world rejects you.
Let's do it.
All right, so we are back at the Venomous snake exhibit at the Toledo Zoo. The reptile house is closed currently for remodeling, and but there's still a reptile exhibit in the museum up on the second floor, and this is one of those exhibits. It is venomous snakes, and I must say I absolutely love the way they display these animals. These cages are very inspirational. Now, when I walked in there, I thought these two might be breeding, or maybe kind of interested in breeding, because there's three of them in the exhibit, which you'll see the third one back there, but I didn't see any breeding behavior. Here's another little rattlesnake. I wish I could remember what this was. I should have taken photos. I should have taken photos of the identification cards. But honestly, I just got so wrapped up into just watching these guys and filming them. I mean, I watched them for far longer than what I'd filmed. But yeah, here's a rattlesnake. I just caught him as he was finishing up moving. But we got to see a little bit of movement because everything was pretty active today. So it was fun to see a lot of the animals moving around and exploring their enclosures and just kind of doing natural things that the snakes do. Now here is one of two false water cobras. If you know anything about these guys, one, they are in the pet trade, but they are rear-fanged venomous. It is a mild venom, really, unless you have some type of allergic reaction. It's really not going to do much to people, maybe just localized swelling, but very fascinating animals. If you ever get a chance to go check those out. Here's a viper. I don't remember exactly which one this one was, but nonetheless, a very beautiful specimen, and he was just chilling at the top in the foliage. It looked really awesome. Could almost imagine what they'd look like in the wild. Here we got a nice little Russell's viper, and he was kind of crawling around. And then when I pulled the camera up, he kind of a little camera shy, I suppose. I think we might get some tongue flicks, but like I said earlier, I was in here watching these guys for quite some time, just because there was a lot of activity going on. But you bring up that camera, and then suddenly everything just kind of freezes on you a bit. But we're getting a little bit of movement here. Camera kept wanting to focus on the grass instead of the snake, which was kind of a pain. But nonetheless, I got some good footage of it. Sometimes you just got to be patient and just be as still as you can be, and you might catch some pretty cool behavior. This is why I have a zoo pass. That way I can come to the zoo as often as I want to. It's free of charge in a year, so I definitely take full advantage of that. I definitely get my money's worth out of it as far as the amount of times I visit the zoo. Here's another rattlesnake. Again, don't remember what this was, but there was a variety of them in this exhibit. So they're all from out west. So if you're more familiar with those, I'm certain there's some western diamondbacks in there, but that'd be the only one I remember off the top of my head. But very beautiful specimens. And like I said, there was quite a few of them on exhibit, and they were all around the exhibit. Some were off on their own, and some were just kind of pig piled, like what we're about to see here. Just because there's three of them in there, and I do believe all three are different species. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. One tucked away back there underneath the ledge. That one had some striking pattern on it. Okay, so the other. Here's another false water cobra. Again, very very beautiful specimen. There was two of them. This was one of two. This is the other one. We seen the other one earlier. And then more of this little rattlesnake. If you know what it is, put it in the comments. But just out exploring his environment, which is nice to see. Oh, here's more of the false water cobra, and there's the other one. So there's a shot with the two of them in the same exhibit. They both were pretty active. It's a large exhibit. It's a large enclosure that they're in. Like I said earlier, it's very very inspirational. Definitely gave me ideals for what I would like to achieve. But you can see that first one has more of a reduced pattern and more of like the yellow stands out, whereas this one, there's more melon in the scalation there. So same snake, just slightly different look. Both are equally impressive in my opinion. False water cobras. And here's one of two Komodo dragons that they have on exhibit. And this guy, I think he's seen the mic on my camera, and I was intrigued by it because you seen he was walking and he paused and looked at me as I walked up to the glass, and then he came right over to it, and then he just kind of sits there and watches me while I watch him. Big impressive guy. It's a bucket list goal of mine to go out there and visit the island of Komodo and see these guys in the wild. Just not looking forward to all that traveling to get out there because it's pretty far out there again. But you got to do what you got to do to chase your dreams. So one of these days it'll happen. Here's the second one. That was the second Komodo, and then we're going back to these guys. Um, just some more footage of them. Like I said, I really thought we'd catch some breeding behavior, but it just appeared to that the lower one was just simply crawling through and crawled over this one, which kind of just got this one stirred up a bit. And I don't think I captured it, but when I was leaving this area, the one that's in the lower position there ended up crawling all the way to the back side. So I think that's what ended up just happening. But as you can see, the way they're laying there, it kind of gives you the feeling that something may have been happening, or it may have already happened and I missed it. I mean, that's a possibility. I guess I just thought of that, but it could have already happened. But there's three of them in there, and only these two were engaged like this. So I guess it could be a 1-2 pair, one male, two females. And the other one is just a unreceptive female right now, and that's why these two weren't paying no attention, and that one wasn't paying attention because obviously if it was two males, that's probably not a good mix. But if she was receptive, then they both would be trying to breed her. But nonetheless, still some cool behavior to watch, something you typically don't see when you go to the zoo. But that's why you got to get a zoo pass, because you just never know what you are going to see. And so that's going to be it for this video. If you stayed till the end, I appreciate you. And until next time, later.